Hi, everyone. I'm Ross Treelevin, and this is another Sprague Spotlight Series interview. Today, I'm lucky enough to be with.
Oh, my turn. Ashley Chant Martin, Seattle branch route manager.
Awesome. Now, how did your in your kind of career here? How did you end up at Sprague?
It was really funny how I ended up at Sprague. My sister works for King County Sheriff's Office, and I was telling her I'm in need of a change because I was in Atlanta at the time. And she literally was like, our pest control guy is here right now. Do you want to talk to him? And I was like, no, he's working. And she goes, no, 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 no. It's super cool. Like their license plates have funny little names. They're really nice. He won't mind. And so like she runs down the hallway and I forgot who the tech was. It's someone at the Tequila branch. But I remember asking him all these questions about Sprague and he just seemed really happy and really satisfied. And that's something I hadn't encountered in this career field yet. I feel like a lot of people, when I did residential, were kind of burnt out by the time I got there. So it wasn't very encouraging career wise. And I was talking to this technician. He was talking about his work life balance and all the training he received. And he just was so excited and happy. And he was like, definitely apply. We're always looking for technicians. You have experience. It's a great place to work. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I got the call from Alex shortly, like literally the next day. And his warmth was matched the warmth of the tech. And I was just like, you guys are so nice. And slowly but surely went through the interview process and just made that decision like, okay, I think this was meant to be. This is where I'm supposed to be at. And moved up here uh, um, 5 weeks after I interviewed.
Now, had you been up here before?
I did. I actually went to Cornish, which is actually now one of my clients. So I went to college up here and went back to Georgia and had fun. And so it's kind of like coming back home.
That's awesome. Now, how did you get into pest control originally?
Well, I was a theater kid and the gigs weren't coming in and I had bills to pay. And I had another associate say, well, have you ever thought about pest control? And I was like, no, I mean, killing bugs, no, and they were like, no, it's super flexible, super cool, and you can still do shows. And they were doing that as well. And so I was like, okay, no experience necessary, I'll do it. And it really turned into a good field for me because it's really customer service with a skill. A lot of our clients don't really care about the technicals of how we do what we do, but they really do love it when they know they're being taken care of. And they know that we are here to take their concerns seriously. And I had extensive customer service experience beforehand. So it really was just adding in the technical aspect of doing this job. But it's so satisfying. Like when you get rid of a German roach for someone and they're just so appreciative. I mean, the job satisfaction alone just kept me into it. And it's been, I think we're going on 6, 7 years now.
That's so cool. What's the big difference then between residential in Georgia and doing commercial up in the Seattle area?
So I do a little mix of commercial residential because I do some of the housing projects down here, which is really fun. But I think the biggest difference is my commercial clients just really want to get the problem done and they don't care how I do it. And it really gives me the freedom to try new things. And that's not something you really get a chance to do in residential. A lot of it's very regimented. You do things a certain way, and it's more proactive. So the clients just want you to see you put out product because that's what they're paying for. Commercial's different. I really get to do more investigative work. I really get to practice IPM, and it's really satisfying being able to use that knowledge finally.
Now, you described yourself earlier as being a theater kid. What is it? Explain that to maybe everyone else who doesn't know exactly what that means.
I did musical theater since I've been 5. I even did a little commercial work. Please don't Google it. I'm very precocious and adorable. But yeah, I've always been that kid that just had too much energy, was always talking and laughing and singing. So my parents went, let's channel this into something productive. And yeah, now the world shut down because of the coronavirus. But my last show was Little Shop of Horrors, which, you know, is very fun because it's spooky season. We love plants that eat things. I have a Venus flytrap named Audrey too right now because I love that show so much.
That's so awesome. Now, how did you get into that? It's just from the beginning then when you were a kid?
Yeah, my mom took me to little auditions, and I was always like the little precocious kid. I played Tiny Tim in a Christmas Carol, which was really fun, you know, being a little boy with a broken leg. And slowly but surely, I just really got into it. And then in high school, I did a lot of plays, and I did regional work and professional work. And then when I got to college, it was like, cool, we like to sing too. Let's add this in. And so I've always been doing professional work and pest control for like the past 6 years. And that's why I really like this career, because this has become a passion. I can do it at the same time as my other passion. And they really complement each other in terms of me being comfortable performing relays into talking to new people and experiencing new things all the time.
Well, this has been kind of a difficult year, I think, on the world. How has it affected your kind of work-life balance and what you've been up to?
I think it's been scary in terms of not really knowing how things are going to progress and where we're going to go forward. We're living life by the minute. I was really encouraged by the response that Sprague had during all of this, because I have a compromised immune system, and I have my older father here with me. And he's like, you know, he's 70, and I always keep my thoughts on him. So knowing that I've been able to protect myself and my family has been really encouraging. It's kind of dampened, seeing the sights, but it's such a beautiful state. There's still things to do, and I've been kept busy. So I'm very thankful to be an essential worker.
Yes, that's one of the things that has been so wonderful for our industry, is to be considered essential. We think of ourselves as essential, but to be declared that way is, of course, it has made things a lot easier for us, and I think a lot easier on our clients.
Well, it's very affirming too. I think I call this like one of those invisible careers. Like when you ask little kids what they want to be when they grow up, literally none of them really say, I want to do pest control, because they don't really know about it unless, their daddy does. And this was never a career I even thought about. And so for people to see what we do, and then to see how vital we are to keeping, their homes safe, their businesses safe, their clients safe, it's just been really affirming for me, especially, I'm doing a lot of housing, and bed bugs are exploding for me right now. And then being like, oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you're still working. It's just been really affirming.
My dad obviously does pest control, and I never thought I would do it. And it was one of those things where, like, that's his thing. So even if your dad does it, you don't think you're going to do it. And look at, now I'm here. So go figure. Well, thanks so much for joining me today on this. I really appreciate spending time with you on this, and introducing you to everyone else who you haven't met yet.
Oh, I can't wait till the world opens up and I can bother everyone at the branch again. I missed you corporate kids.
Can't wait to see you again in person.